Welcome to Tangling along with me. We are continuing on tanglepatterns.com, and today it is this pattern that we're going to do. Let's open up the book and find the page that we are working on. And you can see my white is already smudging a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it is. Anyway, we are going to start with the white Jelly Roll 08 for this one. And this is yet another grit tangle, and this is actually one of my favorite tangles. I'm thinking of this up here, so I will make sure that my white is working before I continue, and then I am going to make a dot here along, going down, making squares with these dots. There we go. So that's the start of it. And then I am going to find around the middle of them and place a line. And again around the middle of the next one, placing a line. And so on. I can't have it there. Or maybe I can. Whoops, that was a long line. And then I'm going in here between these lines and making smaller lines. So I'm just going to make smaller lines so it's kind of going into the dot that we made. Finding the next line. That was a little wonky. And so on. Now I actually need to turn my book around. So let's start from here. So I'm finding my line, doing the exact same thing, ending by the dot. And then I have these down here. Like that. So that's the first part of the pattern. Let me find the cap here, pop that on, and then I'm gonna take my jelly roll with the pink glitter in there. I'm gonna turn it upside down, and you see you have two dots here between each of these. So I'm going to find two of these dots and make a line across. And then we can go in making the smaller lines to connect so that we get the same pattern just the opposite way. And I'm gonna do that everywhere where I have the two dots, starting with my line. And yes, it can be really, really hard to see that on the black paper, but I think it gives it a little interest anyway. So now I'm just making my small lines on one side of the first line. Then I will turn my book around. I'm gonna do the same here on the other side. And I actually have one here. Let's see. Like that. I need my white jelly roll. That was the gray one, the white, because I actually should have had a little dot there. And these jelly rolls with the glitter, you might have to go in doing all your lines twice here on the black paper. I could have used a pink one instead of the pink glitter, but I wanted to try how these glitter pins are looking on this black paper here. So it's kind of a test also. But I think it's working pretty neat. being careful that I'm not touching anything that I just did draw. It takes a tiny bit longer when you're using the jelly rolls. So just relax and enjoy it. Let's cap this one. I'm going to take my white charcoal here and I'm gonna make kind of a aura here on the inside of this pattern. And I'm going to take my Tortillion for the white and then soften that out. And it's okay if the middle here is all white. And I missed this one. I needed the charcoal for that. There we go. And then doing like that. Let's see if I can make our borderline here disappear a tiny bit. I won't be able to make it disappear all the way, but maybe a tiny bit. And yes, I'm using the back of my tortillon here, because I have a lot of the charcoal on the end, so it will just smush it around. Let me take my graphite, and just like before, I am placing a tiny bit of graphite here in the on the edge of my drawing, and then softening it out with my Tortillion. I'm gonna do that all the way around. Again, softening it out. And the last side. And softening that out. I like the result of that. So that is the pattern for today. It was this pattern right here. I think it turned out really, really neat. I like it. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Have an attitude of gratitude.